Hello! My name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train. I'm feeling good right now. I was a little bit sneezy, possibly sick earlier, but I'm feeling a little bit better. And I want to play a little bit of Monster Train. We still have a few runs to do, a few clans to hopefully win as until we finish our logbook completely. Why not try a Stygian Umbra run? And again, I might not have, sorry, give me a second here. Real professional of me. I might not have all of the cards gilded at this point. There's a few colorless cards, not colorless, but like clanless cards, event cards I need to get. But right now we are just focusing on Victory's Stygian Umbra. Hate the champion, love the allied clan. Let's see what we can do. Dude, one of these days, I feel like I should be trying the challenges at the same time. We've done all the challenges, but by taking some of the challenges, maybe we can actually make a better run. You know, if we get a challenge that replaces your champion, maybe we don't care about Stygian champion. Maybe we want Hef. Maybe we want Dante. I mean, I kind of hate the Stygian champion. I'm not gonna say some runs. There's many runs where we don't play him in the late game because he sucks. For now though, double bombs, Daze and Death Arcus. Actually, I like not having incant because we are gonna probably go incant, at least to some extent. Seraph Sap, not that bad. Titan's Gratitude ×2, Ant Umbra Assault ×2, 1 Cuddle Hex. Okay, our cards go from 17 to 22. I don't like Cuddle Hex too much, but we can obviously get the relic that makes frozen cards free. We didn't, instead we got Daze. I'm gonna take this. Top floor is usually the safest floor anyways. Sure, you're Ember Drain, but it builds you time in order to deal with the enemies. And in particular, because Stygian tanks are not amazing, we'd really like to get an Umbra tank. I feel like Daze is actually kind of nice to have on the top floor to stop the enemies from attacking, sweep enemies included, so our champion can live. Additionally, being able to maybe save charges of damage shield could be kind of nice. I think that's just a solid relic. We are going to take our second artifact for 15 packed shards, 5 HP on all minions. Faulty Loader, Daze 3 and melee weakness 1 on the first units, or Shadowbox. Oh, excuse me while I sneeze. I'm feeling better, but I'm still a little bit sneezy. Excuse me again. I kind of like hammered chest plates. Helps to ensure that your helps to ensure that your morsels survive. Helps to ensure that your champion survives. The big negative is that you can no longer use Ant-Umbra Assault to kill your own morsels in order to get more morsels. Shadowbox is certainly fun, but if we don't build around the morsels, then this is not that helpful. But on Divinity in particular, man, that's a lot of damage to chunk through when there's like 15 enemies on the field potentially. This is never gonna be played until like at least the 6th fight, maybe later. So just give me the, the HP is so bad. All right, I'll take Shadowbox. I don't think it's really any good, but I'll grab it. And we'll definitely go Spell Weakness on our champion. If we can pivot into Frostbite, I certainly will. But, Sweep, you know, it's something. You know, in hindsight, maybe we should have taken the HP because now our champion is gonna freaking die. Unless we buff the crap out of our champion, which I suppose is what we're gonna have to do. I know we don't get any spell weakness here, but we're gonna do it regardless. We can buff our champion, and by buffing our champion, he can survive these sweeps and whatnot, so this is not a horrible idea. We have a ton of energy. Keep getting stronger, champion. And then here, you might not die on the next floor, but all we need is really one spell to kill you. Our champion is dying. That's what the train steward is for. I actually cannot... You really need Antumbra Assault next turn. I think we will play the train steward. It should keep the champion alive, albeit barely. Are we okay with a second train steward? Why are you dying? You're dying because you're blowing up. You know what? I will put down a second train steward then. You might get a damage shield. Hopefully not, though. Go ahead and freeze that card in my hand. We'll get one more freeze here. So we definitely want this. Our champion is dying. Can we keep them alive? You're dazed, so you don't attack. I'm a bit of a fool. I can do 31 damage to you. I think I can kill you with the morsel? Like, hold up. Pardon me. Titan's Gratitude does 25 damage to you. Frozen Lance does another 6. That's 31. You're taking 5, so you're currently taking 36 damage. A Magma Morsel will kill you, and then a Morsel Excavator will kill the Trusted Priest, and then we're not gonna die? If this works, our champion lives. Now, I don't think we want the champion to live so much, but if we can give him, well, it's gonna go to you. I was gonna say if we can give our champion lifesteal or something, keep him alive, maybe we could actually kill this discipled Inquisitor. Let's see. Well, we want capacity for morsels. So we might as well play this to get it out of our hand, but why? It's better to just do this and do damage. Our Pyre might live. At least we get one turn where they're not doing anything, and at least now our champion is able to live for a turn as well. What do we need? We need tanks. A train steward would tank 2 hits. What do we get out of this? So I think we want Train Steward to tank multiple hits, and then we just play Titan's Gratitude. Because right now, a Train Steward isn't able to tank a hit. If we play a Morsel, a Train Steward would tank 1 additional hit, but that's not enough. I could try to look for a better Morsel, like a damage shield or something, but I think it's better off. I think it's better to just get the 25 raw damage. So the fact that we are getting you as low as we are is kind of absurd. You're gonna hit the Pyre 3 times. I don't like it, but like, what else are we gonna do? As a terrible trial, should never have turned spikes on with Stygian, but we survived, which is insane. We do need better damage dealers, but Titan's Gratitude, I think, is good enough. Draw discard, potentially. It does allow you to dump garbage that's added to your deck, and it's a good incant trigger. Energy Siphon is just free spell weakness. It's either Offering or Energy. I'm gonna go Offering because I really like some of the Offering cards, Titan's Tooth and stuff like that. Making of a Morsel pretty good, Immortal Trade pretty good. We'll probably go Immortal Trade. To be able to keep an important unit alive, that's worth more than 1 Morsel. We can play Morsels in all likelihood. Now we have to get a unit because I think we just are desperate. We're not looking for quick, but let's see what we get. Okay, we're gonna take Crucible Collector. I've never gilded Morsel Master on any Divinity fight, have I? It's just not a good unit. But maybe with like our champion on a floor, we could just put down an infinite number of morsels, but like the Crucible Collector is just better. Maybe one of these days, if we can get the Morsel Master and the Crucible Collector, maybe I'll take it, but I really don't want it. Intrinsic Spell Chain. Spell Chain maybe on Immortal Trade, but let's maybe go low on the Pact Shards for a minute. We're gonna buff you. We would really like Large Stone. We can't afford it. Incant Armor is kind of okay on Cuddle Hex. we'll still be able to afford it? Yeah. So you know what, I'm gonna give you an incant armor and then reroll. Okay. Crucible Collector can now sustain his own floor, and we can put a morsel behind him and our champion behind him as well if we need it. Now, enemy units enter with armor 10, kinda blows. We can't kill any of them if we give them armor, but they do so little damage to the pyre, I feel let's do it. They're gonna be dazed on the top floor, that's not what's important. What's important is that they are probably going to die. Just doing 1 damage to the pyre, which is totally okay. Okay. We also do, you know, a not insignificant amount of damage to them. So why don't we do, but if I give the morsel excavator to Tethys Titansbane, he can get stronger and maybe wipe him on the top floor. But wouldn't we rather wipe him down here and then just play like a Frozen Lance on the top floor to kill him? I mean, as is, we are, okay, maybe we're not killing 2 of them, but it's not too bad. You're dazed, so I can play stuff up there. You're healing, so everything's totally fine. That wipes 1. Unfortunately, train stewards don't wipe these. You're dazed! I can kill you later. Okay. You know what? I will play trains. No. We have to kill you with a spell next turn, which is stupid, because these guys are gonna kill my units up here. However, I think we'll do it like this. Except 1 Ember Drain, we get the energy back. Frozen Lance doesn't kill a unit. If Frozen Lance doesn't kill a unit and there's no reason to put a Train Steward up there, let's just get another morsel. Now, funnily enough, it would kill a unit, but I guess we'll just do this. All I need is 1 spell to kill you. You're all dazed. Maybe I don't need a spell to kill you, actually. Makes a lot of sense. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. You might as well kill you. You might as well play this. Now you're dying. You're gonna hit the pyre for 1. I don't care. What I will do is buff the crap out of you. I don't think any boss is getting past you, but here's what I'm gonna, just for you, Crucible Collector, have 4 more. I should have remembered what the actual boss was, because I definitely forgot what the boss was, but it doesn't matter. Why are we so Ember Drained? I guess I did summon a unit up here and we didn't get an energy morsel. Not like it matters, because our Crucible God is able to get the job done. We took 3 damage. Crypt Builder. It is a discardable. I think that's okay. Ember Forge. I don't think Ember Forge is that good, but we do have a floor where we're not doing anything. And also, +1 energy per turn on the ability is, like, I could put it in Cuddle Hex, and then Cuddle Hex is just like a support card. The problem is, it's not a banner unit, it's not gonna come out early. Mind Collapse is okay. Another Immortal Trait I think is too much. Do we really care about this much energy? I don't think so, but I don't know. I'm looking at it like, I don't know what to take. So if you don't know what to take, maybe you take nothing, maybe you take a Mind Collapse. Let's go Mind Collapse, it's easy to upgrade. Okay, and as a choice we've had to make lots of times in the past. Magic Stygian Hellvent Pyre Remains. So we can dupe. I think we have a sweeper. We can never upgrade our sweeper with quick, but the Titan Sentry is so good at crowd control on the bottom floor. Put a bunch of HP on him and then he's just infinitely, you know, a slaughter fest. You would love to make him heal. He can heal. You would love to make him endless, which we can do here at the Merchant of Steel, although we'll have to pass up on card removal, an artifact, and a unit. Oh, Lord. And our next unit upgrades are floor 6 and 7. Okay, I see how it is. I guess we'll take the Titan Sentry. He is good. I think we'll probably go left and try to... Well, we don't have a lot of money, but I think you still want to go left. What would we do? What's our best spell in the deck? We don't really have one. Titan Sentry is pretty good. Crucible Collector can tank, but he doesn't do any damage. That's what we're currently lacking. We can survive the waves. We can probably survive the boss. We're not surviving after this. I think we just want to check to see if there's like a holdover here and hope for the best. Remove Consume is less than useful, let's say. In fact, I would say it's worthless. God, I really hate building into spell weakness, but because our champion is spell weakness, but dun 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 dun. I mean, we're not gonna dupe the unit. What would we dupe if it's a duper? I don't know. We should probably take one of these just in case we get a good upgrade. I think we'll take the... Maybe we'll go Spell Weakness and grab some Titan's Gratitudes and see if we can make those work. What do you do? Spell Chain Purge. Terrible. God damn it. Come on! It's a copy a card event. Well, I can make 5 big Crucible Collectors. Something tells me that's probably not good enough. We can make great Crypt Builders. We should have upgraded something, maybe, but like, we're not gonna dupe 5 Silophytes. They're not gonna live long enough. Dupe Titan's Gratitudes. I don't know, this is one of those ones where I'm like, there's so much on the table that we could have. We could have so much more than we currently do. Maybe offering tokens, maybe even just one offering token, maybe a whole bunch of offering tokens and you go draw so you can get to your free stuff and get to your crit builders. I don't know, I'm willing to dupe an offering token, but we have not had good enough upgrades to make good use of this. Even this, I'm like, I guess plus 10 magic power. You really want that on a Mind Collapse, I think, but we can make Titan's Gratitude free, so you can always play it last, and then magic power on a Antumber, so it's more likely to get a kill. I'm honestly just ready to Alt F4 the run right now, but I'll keep going for the hell of it to see what happens. Because again, I think we're fine for now. Like, we're gonna blow up twice. I can put damage shields in front of you. We just have not gotten anything that's what I would consider good yet. There's definitely nothing worth duplicating 5 times. It's not like we've upgraded Silophyte with Quick and a Large Stone already, and we can put them down and have them, you know, live. Here's the thing. The boss is not gonna make it past our Crucible Collector. If the boss is not gonna make it past the Crucible Collector, maybe you just put a floor of a Silophyte Tethys Titan's Bane to do what it can, and then you have two Pip... You know what? No, we can put the... Oh, it's only 5 turns remaining, though. We could put Crucible Collector at the bottom and just start gorging him, but I think it's better to do it somewhere else. So why don't we do this? I'm an idiot, the bomb was dazed. I forget that when it spawns, it's also dazed. Everything's dying thanks to Tethys. Thank you, Tethys. We're gonna play up there. We'll do this. Don't forget your Titan Sentry here, which I completely forgot about, by the way. At least it will be able to basically wipe a floor for me. It's also dead, but that's okay. It did its job. So we want cheap. You need more lifesteal. You're not gonna live long enough to get value out of the lifesteal because next turn we got things coming. In which case, I mean, a Titan Sentry will stop him. I don't know, maybe we can keep you alive for a little bit longer. You know, we shouldn't. We should give you as much power as possible. Actually, you can still gorge both of these down here. That's kind of funny. I think we should, you know, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I guess we have an immortal trade. We could always give you damage and then put that on you, potentially. Are we gonna play? We're not gonna play immortal trade, so dump it. You're currently dying. I have to put a morsel in front of you to keep you alive. I think I'd rather you die and then have you hit the pyre for like 6. I'd rather give you more damage shield. And if we're doing that, then I will probably draw a Frozen Lance next turn to ice you, although that's unnecessary. Well, no, I need to I don't have to ice you because you're gonna blow up anyways. So I don't need to worry about this floor. I think what we'll do is maybe slow this down ever so slightly. I hate that you're blowing up, but a Train Steward does keep you alive for another turn. But I don't think that's the play. I think the play, this actually does save our pyre a little bit of damage. I think our play is to get ready for the boss and just try to survive the boss. And then after the boss, I don't know what we're gonna do, but you know, let's at least make it there, right? So you're gonna get a little bit more Frostbite. You still have Frostbite, which is pretty good. 3 damage and Umbra. Doesn't seem like there's a very good point to do this, does it? But at least we get a couple morsels out of it. Oh good, 2 Frostbite. Look, that's not gonna be enough. That's okay. I will play you, I will kill you, I will get more morsels. It's almost not even a point in using this at all. And we're killing you. We're killing you because our 1 unit is strong enough to kill you. Which might not be the best. That we're relying on a tank to kill the boss, but until we find something else worth taking, this is kind of all we have. I think Blazing Bolts is okay because we do have a spell weakness champion, unfortunately. Oh, okay. We've done it. We've lived long enough for the game to carry me, although we do need to desperately upgrade this unit, and we need more money in order to do it, but we're gonna freaking try. Now, what do we need here? Capacity? Eel Gorgon. We really do need Eel Gorgon to have way more damage. It doesn't. It's not gonna have way more damage. Not for a while anyways. So why don't we not worry about it for the time being and just go draw? Here's what I'm thinking. Ignore Merchant of Steel, we can't afford it. Go left, get the freebies and the Umbra unit, and then later, after Arcus, maybe we can buff this unit with Large Stone and Multi-Strike. No, Multi-Strike won't work. It's gotta be Large Stone and Endless. Endless works on the Titan Sentry. Large Stone is what we need for that unit. Maybe we can get a Concealed Caverns along the way or something. Now I wish I had, 5 more offering tokens, but that's okay. Energy would actually be really nice too, so we could actually play more cards, but we can make them cheaper since we're going to go to probably a Merchant of Magic Concealed Caverns next. I'm gonna go draw. We can make our spells cheap enough. Capacity is a problem, but it's not gonna be a problem forever. We'll take capacity next, I think. So yeah, I have no idea. I mean, we got a good unit. The question is, can we upgrade it enough from here until the end of the game in order to make it work? So Split Anvil is energy. It gives us enough, but also way more morsels, I think is actually way better. Because we really do need to keep our units alive, and this is one way we can do it. Then, more morsels or magic power? I think we go more morsels, and with this many morsels, we can remove Shade Splitters. We don't need any card that generates morsels. We have no ascends or descends. Magic power I don't think is good enough. So we're going full on morsels, weirdly. All right, I'll take a Morsel Master. Because at this point, we just create a lot of morsels. And dude, we're going Frostbite. If I had to go Spell Weakness, I would, but I think we need the Frostbite. Now, Armor 15. You guys do suck. But, I don't care about Antumber Assault killing you. I don't care about a Frozen Lance killing you. The only spells that I have that hit the back line are Antumbra, and you guys are gonna die to Frostbite or Sweep anyways. So I think we do this. Do wish I had more energy, but we're gonna handle this later. And you know what? This plays into Shadowbox too. You thought I was an idiot. We got a lot of potential morsel generation off of this. So we need to play our Frost tank here probably. Morsel Master, Tethys Titan's Bane, and Crucible Collector do not fit all on the top floor, so we can't play that. However, we could put Morsel Master, Tethys Titan's Bane here, and then double up on a whole bunch of HP morsels and try to make it work. Or I could just play Blazing Bolts, do 30 damage, and make the card better. You have damage shield. Let's maybe not do that. We could freeze it, which actually seems like a pretty good idea. But we do need capacity here for the Frost Shark. It's a very tough one. I suppose I literally could just play tanks in front of you. You're gonna get swept and die thanks to our Frostbite plus good damage spell weakness. Well, you're gonna die regardless, but yeah, okay. I think we maybe play on the bottom with Tethys. So if we do that, we gotta be very careful because we need more morsels, but we're gonna get morsels hopefully. We can play morsels in front to tank. So create a copy. When you summon a morsel, create a copy. I suppose Eel Gorgon can gorge. Nothing wrong with that. Play it on the middle floor, play a bunch of morsels that buff its stats, and then as you incant, it gets stronger. Cuddle Hex could actually tank for this, or, well, okay, you know, I know this is taking forever. This is an important turn. I think we're gonna do it like this. We get a kill, we're gonna get energy back, sorry, we're gonna get morsels back off of that kill, not energy. We got a Silophyte. We gotta dump the Silophyte, she's worthless. She's a good tank right now, but that's about it. So, you have to be played. I can't play a morsel if I play you, so we might as well just play you. You're probably gonna make it to the Pyre, which I would prefer you didn't, but I don't really know how to stop you. So that's what's gonna happen here. Then I think that we want you to probably have a little bit of HP, maybe even a damage shield. I think we will You know, I really don't want to give you any more armor. So you know what? How about this? There, take 50 damage. You get 20 armor off of that, but I do 30. We gotta get rid of that sweep unit if we're not gonna use it. It's costing us quite a bit now. And 6 damage. Damage shield's keeping you alive. I am like, how can I play this? Why did you have? You just have spell shield? It's not. That's not the event. Okay, well, that's a little interesting. I kind of like the idea of giving you 12 damage to hit this guy a little bit more. Although I haven't run the math to see if it actually, gives us anything that we want. I think that we should play the Eel Gorgon. I kind of like playing it on the middle floor because we can actually wipe this guy. Unfortunately, it's not really going to get buff, but it's not going to gorge down here. It's just going to die anyway. So I think we might as well play it here. That way we can at the very least do this. And then you do a little bit more damage. Look, I don't know. Is it any good? Who the freak knows? I think that... just play this. You can't, doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. I think there's almost no point buffing you if you're just gonna die, but we definitely want you to have the damage on this turn. You're taking 77 and you have Frostbite. You're probably gonna hit the pyre once. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna give you the Morsel Miner. I'm also going to give you the Morsel Excavator because you can heal next turn. You can take these ones. Look, here's the secret. We have a lot of morsels. We really do. We can kind of play them everywhere. I guess capacity is gonna kind of be an issue. You're not taking close to enough damage, but I can Titan's Gratitude you. Okay, now our champion is living for a little bit longer. We'll give... You don't need damage shield because you have lifesteal. You can take that one. You could use the HP, and that means that you survive this guy. You can take this. I forgot that we would actually get more morsels from that. So, why don't you take the damage shield and you take this, because I don't think damage shield actually makes a revenge trigger at all. We made it to a brief respite. Honestly, I didn't even think we would make it here, so to be here, I'm kind of surprised. We get more than you from a Shade Splitter. When we kill a unit, we will get morsels. We're not killing a unit, at least not with spells. So we should probably just play a morsel and then ice it. It's actually Morsel Blitz, so we are gonna kill something with morsels. All right. Dude, I really do think we give you lifesteal and then stats to maybe allow you to heal a little bit and then do more damage. We're gonna give you the damage shield. We're gonna give you the raw HP. I don't think anything is making it past us, but this is slow as hell. You're taking 50 damage. At least our champion is attacking once. They're killing the back line as soon as they attack, which is great. The real question is, do we want to put down like a Cuddle Hex just to tank up some shots? We might rather put a Cuddle Hex here to tank up some shots. Which means we might as well do this. Okay, you know, a Mortal Trade can keep this guy alive, potentially. 1399. He'll attack for 5 and heal. I don't think he's gonna have... With the damage shield, he actually will be able to heal up quite a bit off of this. Oh, but the morsel has to eat the first shot. You know what? A Mortal Trade on the champion makes him live for a little bit longer. I mean, what are we not gonna play? Oh, excuse me. We're probably not going to play our spells, so we might as well play Blazing Bolts, Morsel, and then Immortal Trade. Immortal Trade does nothing on the Titan, though, on the Sentry, on the Shark. I've got different names for this guy. Because even if we put the Morsel in front, the Morsel dies in one shot. He takes 18, he heals 5, he's gonna have 7 HP, and he's gonna die immediately. At least on Tethys, it allows Tethys to live for like one more turn, and then with the damage shield, he'll live for another turn. So I definitely think, I mean, that's 165 damage, and that's surprisingly not more. But that's not bad. It's way better than I thought it would be. You have 32 Frostbite. Okay, that's pretty good. We can't discard this, I'm just gonna play it. 13 damage. You do add garbage on a kill, which is very annoying. However, we can give you a damage shield to make you live for another turn. And then we can incant. You still have your spell weakness, which is great. And then you're clearly not going to be able to survive the second floor. So somehow we're actually making it work, and hey, there's our spell weakness. And surprisingly, Shadowbox seems to be great right now. No, we don't need another one. Crystalline Seeds, goodbye. Gem Trove. We're gonna upgrade spells to be cheaper. Is this good enough? I mean, Damage Shield is really good. Cannibalize, add morsels. We don't need morsels, so that's a no-go. And honestly, if we don't need morsels, Gem Trove is also not really that good because it's just more morsels. 1 damage shield and a bunch of morsels. So maybe an Excavation Eruption as a damage spell. And this is really making me kind of regret not taking the Split Anvil, but I think you understand my reasoning for that at this point. So let's upgrade spells. Card removal is great, but maybe we'll get something out of the cavern to make our units a little bit better. Permafrost, you really like that on like an Immortal Trade, I think. Or Crypt Builder, so it's guaranteed playable, or even guaranteed playable on the top floor when the boss shows up. Like we can put that and Magic Power together to make a good spell. Which is not bad. We have so much money. 110 damage. I think that's acceptable. Making a spell cheaper, Blazing Bolts. If I can make it cost 1, I'll be happy. Excavation Eruption as well. And then Holdover. Didn't think we would actually get it. Why is this not Holdover? Because it's Purge, okay. A Holdover Offering Token is good. A Holdover Excavation Eruption could get energy. It's so unlikely though, except if I make it plus 10 magic power and piercing, it's way more likely. So I'm gonna make it Holdover, but not further upgrades, and we're gonna see if we can't make it better. In Blazing Bolts, I'm just gonna make free. Magic power and piercing. You know what, make 1 good Titan's Gratitude. I know we're not upgrading the X cost cards. Crap. This is terrible, but Gift of Gratitude is always a good take, I think. Is this? I think it's Gilded. I think I've done that in the past, just for the hell of it. Are we taking Divine Boons? Actually, I think we are. I need the money later. I know I'm upgrading now, but we need the money later, and we kind of really need the money, like, later. Spikes 4. I actually think we can turn this on. We just need the Frost Shark early to tank all of the damage, and we got it. So now you're gonna take a lot of damage, but these enemies will pretty much all die. You're gonna take a lot of damage, but I also think it is like the best thing that we can do here. Damage shield. Damage shield would not be bad on you. So it's gonna be like this. This would give me morsels, but I don't want morsels. Taking 18 damage. Could put a silo fight behind, but you would just be coming out to die. I suppose it's not like the worst idea in the world. We can't really put Tethys anywhere. But are we just gonna not play him? Waves remaining 5? 5 times 6, 30 cards? There's a chance we can play him and play him on another floor when Relentless happens. Really though, our champion, or you're our champion. Our tank is gonna be able to kill the boss, hopefully. I could give you a damage shield, but that's not good enough to keep you alive, and if I play you, you will die, because these guys are not damaged on spikes, they're just being damaged from frost. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think I play you to die, and I think I'm just gonna play, maybe give you a morsel, and then just put a morsel out here. I don't think you play the champion. Although you could. You know what? I will play the champion. And I'm stupid. We should have put the damage shield on the champion so that he lives on a floor in which there's only going to be like one enemy. So I think we could have done that a lot better. On the bright side, we get a lot of morsels. Now, do we play Eel Gorgon? I think Eel Gorgon dies to spikes because it's multi-strike. I don't think we want to play it. I think what we want to do is maybe just offering token. And maybe we'll just dump it. I don't think this is the right fight for it. I think we will cost ourselves a little bit of energy, and we're gonna give you more damage than anything else. Yeah, you need the damage. I'm gonna give you these morsels. We should always be checking to see what morsels we get out of this. 2, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 something. I think a morsel in the front, yeah, it actually keeps him alive. Now this guy is also going to live, but one spell will kill him. What I like about this though is that now we can frost up this floor. And, you know, that'll kill you. Although we could also kill you for energy. You know, that's actually really good. Let's do that instead. So, what I will do instead is give you a damage shield. Again, putting a morsel in the front would also tank the shots, but let's start here. Trying to think. You're gonna live to the next floor and wipe everything again. So the Titan Sentry is living exactly as long as he needs to live for, which is beautiful. Train Steward can just get out of my deck. It doesn't do a thing. So we'll just play it there. I think we do want another morsel, and then I think with this we'll kill you. Now you're taking 1 damage because you're hitting spikes. Who cares? If I could keep the Titan Sentry alive, I would like to, but I don't think that's how this is gonna work. So we'll make you better. I will make you better. If I play a damage morsel, it'll do damage on this floor, but I think you might as well. Well, I could have you tank the first shot, actually, which is probably worth a bit more, and it is. You'll come out and die, and then we just try to slow you down. We're not keeping Frost Shark alive any longer than he currently is. Blazing Bolts is playable, so that's a kill up on that floor. Titan's Gratitude is a kill here. Do we really need it? I don't know. Maybe we could have kept you alive because we do have an immortal trade now, but let's not worry about that. The boss does 25 damage. It's too much work to keep you alive. I think a Cuddle Hex here is pretty good just to help keep your champion going. But what I like about this is that we're actually kind of getting enough morsels that he's kind of self-sustaining, which is a little weird. Like he's able to get quite strong, and he's going to survive this floor too, probably. I mean, I know he's not surviving it yet, but that's, you know, we'll get there. Y'all are taking very little damage. However, I do really like that. I could keep the Titan Sentry alive for when the boss shows up. The problem is, if the boss shows up with one of these minions, the boss is going to be doing like 30 damage a turn. Tethys does nothing. It's all about the Crucible Collector. It's why I'm killing the units up here. I want to stack up that lifesteal. We need him to have both raw damage and as many lifesteals as possible. Right now he's gaining 4. Okay, well that's pretty much useless. I don't think we want to play... You know what, that's wrong. We want to... This is already permafrosted. If I play you here, you're gonna die. Okay, well in that case, let's do the same thing that we've been doing in the past. What does that mean? I think we actually wipe our own unit. Because this applies to the Frostbite. It used to not, when Monster Train first came out, if a unit died, Revenge wouldn't work. Now it does, so if I kill you, you will still apply the Frostbite. Now we can take a closer look at our morsels and figure out what we want. I think that I'm okay with you tanking a shot and then you just getting stronger. I think we're also totally okay with you just going out here and dying, basically. I will never remember that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I will never remember Morsel Blitz. I appreciate it, I really do. I will never remember it. Not gonna say this is a very good play this turn. But I also don't really want, you know, I think we do wipe you to get a new pair of morsels. We need morsels. You need as many lifesteal triggers as possible. You need this, you can take this. You can have more energy next turn. Now we can play a new Train Steward. We did actually freeze Excavation Eruption and I didn't think about that. See, this is what I'm worried about. Excuse me. Our champion will die. A terrible, horrible, horrible death. We're not, actually he is gonna attack once. But as soon as this guy in the back dies, the Harpy is gonna make itself even stronger. Currently doing 30, it's gonna do 42. That's why we have the damage up here, basically. So, do we want to play Crit Builder? Titan's Gratitude is cheaper and also frozen, so you know what? We will play Crit Builder. And honestly, if you already, like, because of the sweep, you're gonna die, and you don't care about how much damage is actually being dealt. I actually think we just want to kill you with the Antumbra. I could also probably get energy out of this, but we don't need to. I think I just kill you with the Antumbra to get more morsels, and if we're doing that, what we should do is really play you. We're also going to draw. No, we already drew the morsels, so this just adds 2. So more lifesteal, more damage shield, and then honestly, just like still 60 damage, I suppose. Our champion might actually live for 2 turns, which is kind of surprising. Doing 58 damage. You're currently not living for 2 turns. Let's see if we can change that. That does not change it, and I would rather have you there anyways, so I'll play you, I'll play you. Still not changing anything, huh? You just do too much damage with your buffed damage state. But that's okay, because you're dead, and you know what? Gain 120 gold. Oh, but Blazing Bolts gets better. No, it's already at the maximum state. Yo, never mind. Okay. So, I mean, our tank is currently doing 2,000 damage with the lifesteal triggers. That's pretty good. Units get an extra upgrade slot. Golden. Apply Daze. Incant Frostbite. Consume, apply Frostbite. Daze enemies. The dazing of enemies is pretty good, but we would only want to do it on like a specific couple of floors, and we don't need to do it on the top floor. Although if we do play this on the top floor, everything will be dazed for 2 turns, so it is kind of an interesting take. I don't really like that it discards your hand, but I think that's okay. And then Caven, I kind of like it for the holdover play, but then also on Relentless, maybe we can cave in and then have a super floor. Maybe we're gonna have Crucible Collector on the middle if we take a capacity upgrade, and then we can actually cave behind him and then have our sweeper out there. Although if we take capacity, we don't need to cave in, we can just put our sweeper behind the Crucible Collector anyways. So maybe this is not a cave-in run. Maybe we just say skip. I'm trying to fly this run as I think it needs to be flown, and we're kind of there. We're getting there. Just waiting to be able to upgrade our good units. Makes me want to save money for Merchant of Steel. Makes me want to hit up the the Concealed Caverns. I would also like to get some trinkets. But I think card removal and spells are just a little bit more important. And we can meld units. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything good to meld. But we know train stewards have to go. Magic power and piercing, no, but we did get spell chain, which we don't really care about, except Immortal Trade maybe. These upgrades are garbage. I could put Eel Gorgon in the Crucible Collector. Yuck, 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 said no one ever. We have another Engage Pact coming up. Dude, we're gonna need Pact Shards. Like, we gotta do something with our units at some point. I was just thinking about this because a buffed Eel Gorgon is now playable. But a minor Crucible Collector means we can play things behind it. So what would you take here? Would you make the Eel Gorgon a 4 capacity unit that can only have itself on a floor until you, maybe take capacity and put Titan Sentry behind it? Or do you buff the Crucible Collector? Because now you can have Crucible Collector, Unit Doubler, Eel Gorgon, Champion, and 1 morsel every turn. But it has to be exactly 1 morsel because we have to wait until we can take capacity to make this work. And then the top floor is just everything we have. We'll upgrade Eel Gorgon, plus 10 damage, plus 25 health, plus 10 damage, and just have it go out there. We can upgrade Titan Sentry with health, maybe Endless if we can get it. Icy Silophyte's gonna be a little bit left in the lurch, but too big. Good, tanky, can heal with lifesteal. It's very tempting to go Titan Sentry here. It actually is. The problem is capacity. So I think you maybe go Crucible Collector 1. You can fit so much more on his floor. Eat more morsels, Eel Gorgon eventually, maybe. Eel Gorgon can never have quick, is the problem. So if you play it on its own floor or play it behind the Titan Sentry, that's it. That's all it's got. So I really actually think a 1-pip Crucible Collector is what you need. Now let me just say, I'm very glad to have it. That's a fantastic pick. Now, let me also think about this, because we need to have plenty of money to upgrade our units, and we're gonna upgrade units again, and we're gonna dupe down here, because we're gonna probably dupe our Eel Gorgon, or the Titan Sentry. But what we need first is plenty of money to make that happen. There is money here. There's no money here, but there's money on the side here. When a morsel unit is summoned, create a copy. You know what? I got an idea. There you go. I know we're not gilding the card, but at least we're getting value out of it. We don't need spell chain though. I think this is too much. I think it's too much. Now this, days 2, is kind of interesting, but I actually think what we want to do is maybe buff the other Antumbra. Make Frenzied Swarm cheaper so it can be the last card that you play. Let's take a look at what we got. Permafrost. Put that on Immortal Trade. I think that's okay. This is kind of not what I wanted, because I know we need to save money, but we can still get like maybe 300 gold by the end of this and the next level. Next ring. So all of our units are still garbage, except for the one. However, now we can actually play other units behind our tank, and he can survive. And we can play many morsels behind him too. So the real question is, what the hell do you do about these guys? And probably the answer is just play a crypt builder, funnily enough, because every other unit that you would play would die. We could also save this for a bigger unit, but we're gonna get our big unit out soon. So, maybe you just want to play a Frozen Blitz. Admit it. Because this is gonna hold in your hand. And then, honestly, just get out of my deck. I'll keep the Eel Gorgon in the deck, because maybe we can do something with it, but I guess we could have maybe played it on the middle floor, now that I think about it. It would have just been dazed, who cares? Okay, you gotta be played. I do hate that you guys are gonna be adding a lot of garbage to my deck, but I've already accepted it. I will kill you to get a lot of morsels. I will wipe you. And I'll see what we get. Damage and damage shield. We don't need damage shield, so you can take that, and you can take this. As for these, you know what? We'll just put them out here, and then maybe we can play a unit in front of them or behind them. Really, I'm just waiting for the sentry, because once we get the sentry, we can actually kill these guys. Maybe not you, but we can certainly wipe maybe you. What? Oh, we got so much garbage in our freaking deck, dude. I think if we play it down here, we can actually kill this guy, but we're gonna have to discard the Weight of Contritions, which is terrible because we're not getting him out of the deck. Although now I'm thinking, okay, Blazing Bolts might just wipe you. We have to play the Titan Sentry though. I think we'll play him at the bottom. I think we'll also play Blazing Bolts. Giving you more lifesteal is very important. Giving you damage means you can maybe mortal trade yourself. Who cares? But I'm gonna do it like this, because the extra energy next turn might enable us to actually like get some of this out of my hand. We'll take 3 damage from 1 card. Excuse me. Is the boss stealth? Yeah, boss is stealth. That makes sense. We did get our holdover Excavation Eruption finally, which means that we can probably... You're dead. Start getting some kills. Well, we're gonna... You do need damage. We can give you damage. You need this to be as strong as possible. You need lifesteal. Okay. I mean, you can have damage next turn, funnily enough. Maybe try to... at least kill one of you. Now you're living, so I should not have played the thing I played, because you're gonna move up to the next floor and add garbage. Now you're gonna die. That's not where I wanted you to die, though. Okay, hate that, but we'll live with it. Dude, every time. It always comes in exactly when I need it, too. It's just always surprising for me. Okay, 83 damage, tank on the top floor, pretty good. Okay, you know what? 3 energy. Hey, at least I killed you. I can daze you. By dazing you, you won't add garbage. So I think we just want to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I'll give you... stats and energy, and then we'll wipe you, see what we get. We got damage. I would like to give you Immortal Trade action, but it's just worth more giving you the damage, because the boss cannot get past you. We're barely clinging on the bottom floors, killing the enemies that spawn. We're not quite getting to the point where you're dying, but we're so close. Sorry, we're not quite getting to the point where we're killing all the units that move up, off of units alone, but we're so close. As soon as we get upgrades, we'll be fine. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have played this one, but whatever. Goodbye, Immortal Trade. However, you're dead, and you're living, but you're dazed. So who knows? There's Eel Gorgon. We have enough energy. I think we wipe you. We Eel Gorgon down here. We accept that the unit is gonna be, dazing is fine. We accept that the unit is gonna be trash. But it gets it out of our hand. And we get additional energy. I mean, our top floor is crushing it. I kinda wanna duplicate this guy now that I'm thinking about it, because we can get a tank for every floor, but we don't need a tank for every floor. We just need Titan Sentry. You know what? Maybe what we should have done is put Titan Sentry in the Crucible Collector and then duped it, because then we would have a unit that can sweep and also lifesteal back. Sure, we'd have to play more morsels, but we have enough morsels. Morsels are not a problem. Like, we clearly have enough morselage. Morselage. So, literally any lifesteal or Antumbra morsel keeps you going. Check this out. Yeah, we'll play this. We will play this. It's actually pretty good damage. It's not gonna kill you. We'll play this down here. Cuddle Hex can't survive a single hit. You know, we can have Cuddle Hex freeze this. I don't know why. This blocks a shot. You know, this blocks too. Here you go. I do have morsel capacity. That would have been a mistake. You're taking 210 from a floor that is absolute trash. That's as good as I could ever hope. Dump this. Play this up here to save a damage shield. You know what? We can dump this. I got no problem with that. And then you take damage, you take stats. You take nothing. I don't even want to play, I screwed it up. We should have played the morsel in the front, but I don't really want to play the morsel at all. Like, there's no point. This is gonna be funny, but we can play a morsel, wipe it again, play more morsels. Top floor, you're getting hit by the frostbite every turn. You have 150 damage, 150 health tank in front of you. The relentless bosses so far are not a problem. But we still desperately need to worry about our units. Now, since we made our guy small, I don't know if we need this. Because Tethys, Crucible Collector, and an Eel Gorgon can all fit on the same floor while also getting more morsels. But maybe we want the Eel Gorgon, like, behind Titan Sentry? Probably not, but, like, you know, it's a possibility. If we make the Eel Gorgon large, it can't fit on the floor. But here's the secret. We're just gonna put large stone on our Titan Sentry anyways. So I don't think we need capacity anymore. I think it's either draw or energy. And I think we want energy so we can play some of these expensive spells in our deck. Because draw doesn't seem to be a problem. We're getting enough morsels. We're getting to our spells relatively fast. We do have plenty of garbage spells in the deck, but energy just means we can play more stuff when it's important. We're gonna have about 300 gold. Not as much as I would like, but it's enough. We can quick a silo fight. I actually don't think we need to. I think I'd rather purge that unit, re-roll, and get something better. And this is pretty much what I was hoping for, a large stone Titan sentry. Now can gorge. Eel Gorgon too, a good pick. But I can put small upgrades on her and still have her on the floor with our big stuff. I think this is a little bit better, just so we have more time to keep him alive. Eel Gorgon does need something. There's another shop coming up later, so let's not fill up our slots. +1 capacity on each floor, you say? That is really good. +3 on a random floor, also really good. I mean, what I like about this is that maybe we do want to dupe the... I was gonna say dupe the Eel Gorgon, but I don't really have anything to put inside of the Eel Gorgon. Cuddle Hex? And then we can dupe it and hit 100 pack shards? +3 capacity on a random floor. Here's what I'm thinking. If we get a capacity floor that's like 6 capacity, we can play more morsels for the Titan Sentry on that floor, but +1 capacity on every floor is probably good enough. It solves the capacity problem, and you know what? It opens up large stone for the Eel Gorgon, so I think I'm okay with this. As for Engage Pact, we really do need something. Like, we really do need to meld so that we have enough energy. Sorry, so that we have enough capacity, enough pact shards. So I think maybe Cuddle Hex inside of Eel Gorgon is okay. Stats, who cares, but freeze a random card in your hand every turn? Is that good enough? We gotta get to 100. Am I gonna dupe a Crucible Collector? It's actually not a bad idea, but we don't need it. We can dupe more morsels, I guess. But I think I'm gonna put Cuddle Hex in the Eel Gorgon, and it gets us to 90. Which means when we take the money on the next section down here, we're gonna get to exactly 100, which is probably perfect. Yes, give me Frostbite. Need that Frostbite. We also need our champion to live against sweepers, but we have basically no way of making that happen. So yeah, it's a little scary. Top floor Divinity is not gonna work, so you know, I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably just let him die, really. Spell Chain. I still don't think that's useful. And we're just riding low, barely making it in the end here, but we're gonna barely make it in. Okay, multi-strike is terrible. So why are we doing it? Well, my hope is we get Excavation Eruption, and then we can just wipe these guys every floor. And by the time they get to the top floor, they're all gonna die anyways. But I think we need the money. So this is an interesting one. We actually do want Eel Gorgon up first, because it'll remove its Ember Drain next turn. You can just come out here and die. I don't care about you. This is scary. Nice. I guess we'll do this. I guess in the end, it doesn't matter what order we do things in. And if we put down the Titan Sentry, we can keep him alive, and he's gonna, you know, murder these guys, which is nice. I think we do want to have him up here doing damage. And then it gives us an opportunity to maybe draw spells to kill these guys. So we want Icy Silophyte to die, and she's gonna die. She's gonna die a horrible, terrible death. I'm sorry. You're taking 48 damage. You know, womp womp. I think we will maybe stop you from doing so much. Would really like to put a lifesteal on you, but we can't really do that, can we? You do freeze a card in hand randomly. Are we gonna play this? I actually think we should, because it'll push you to the back, and then you're gonna be taking the brunt of the damage next turn. We currently don't have our tank, so any spells we play up here, you're gonna live. That's okay. Any spells we play, any morsels we play up here will be eaten by the Eel Gorgon, which I think is fine. We'll just have you gain raw damage, I think, and then more damage, and then why don't you take a energy, and then we'll play this. You know what? We don't need that. We'll play this. So you're dead. It's just you moving up, and you might get to a point where you're hitting the pyre, but you're not gonna hit it for much. And I can always just ice you with Excavation Eruption. It'll do 120. Excuse me. Not quite enough to kill you, but oh so very close. Or just play some spells. We can play spells. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe we'll play a Frozen Lands. Maybe we'll dump a Mortal Trade, or maybe we'll play a Mortal Trade down on this guy. So what do we want to dump? You know what, we're gonna play Antumbra to kill the multi-striker. So dump a morsel, because we're gonna get morsels. You do 28 damage times 2. But if I wipe you, you do less. And I can kill you with, no, I gotta kill you with, we play this here because we get morsels. It opens up capacity due to the fact that that front unit died that allows us to play lifesteal down here. We still have the Antumbra. Any spell up here will kill you, so we might as well play Frozen Lands for that. We might want to consider giving you some lifesteal so you can heal yourself on these fights, and I can't quite wipe you. I can come real close. You know what, never mind, I can totally wipe one of you. So I think we want to give you mega lifesteal. I think we want to probably give you even more lifesteal at the cost of energy, and we want to give you mega lifesteal. You can kill a morsel, you heal up. That Ember Drain, it's not about keeping him alive forever, it's about keeping him alive for long enough. Now, we don't have the energy to play Excavation Eruption, and you're dying. Okay, in hindsight, maybe letting you live on this turn would be better than anything else, but we'll work on it. Give me a second. Deal 3 damage to a unit. Okay, so we're not killing anything with this, clearly. Would have really loved to play Excavation. You know, Ember Drain probably was not worth it. This is a much better card. It's okay, Blazing Bolts is coming up next turn. After having made such a colossal mistake, what do? I think everything's gonna be dazed up here anyways, and they're gonna die to the sweeps, so we should have put the Tethys in front in that case. We'll probably just play our morsels up here. Let's get a morsel. Hate to say it, I think I'm okay with you dying. This is the last wave, so beautiful. Look, if you're gonna live, I might as well keep you alive as long as possible, right? You're living. Titan's Gratitude, Titan's Gratitude kills you. We did get Excavation Eruption again, because it was frozen! Thank you for the energy. Why don't we play this here? Well, if you're all dying, we might as well play it down here, right? But we have other things to do with our time, like keep you alive and... So days down here I like. You need more lifesteal, because you're the most important unit. Any spell up here kills you. Beautiful. We don't need to play this, but we might as well play it here. Look for more morsels. We're basically just looking for the best ones we can get. I think that's good enough. Let's dump you guys down here, because... You know what? I guess we'll save it. And you need to go? I know it's making you stronger, but that had to happen. Now, you're not doing anything on this floor, which is great. Please dump Frozen Lance. We are gonna need like really cheap spells up here. Dude, actually, I think you just wanna... Can you kill my guy faster? I don't think I want him to be alive anymore. I think we wanna go all in on this floor. No more capacity up there? One more capacity would matter. I think... Might as well. I think we will... Chill? Taking 200 damage. You're gonna get too strong. I think we want to make sure that we have enough spells up here for the incanting process. Maybe even try to keep an offering token. Try to keep some free, cheap shade splitters and whatnot. So why don't we just double up on some morsels and then probably just end turn. It's applying frostbite, but causing us to take more damage up here, which is the annoying part. So, in theory, Shade Split, Immortal Trade, gain stats, but we have another Shade Splitter, gain more stats, and then we could keep casting spells and keep buffing the damage of the Eel Gorgon, but we're clearly there. Maybe even buffing the Eel Gorgon as much as we did is not what we wanted, because we maybe just want the frostbite. I mean, this guy is doing 66 damage. As soon as he gets over 77, which is the amount of damage our unit did, we would have problems. Luckily, it didn't get that far. Ascend to the pyre and apply daze 3. Not good enough. Discard your hand. Kind of okay, but I think just a free unnamed tome is fine. Ember Cache. I think Feast can totally work because we're gonna have morsels capable of just allowing us to gorge even more. It's not a great pickup, so why add it? Let's just skip. Add 3 excavated ember cards to your discard pile. I hate Ember Cache. We got the money. We 1,010% need a Merchant of Steel. We need to continue to upgrade our units. Our spells are fine. Not great, but fine. Multi-strike, unfortunately, you can't add it. You can't add quick either to the Eel Gorgon. So multi-strike might be something we just pass up on, unfortunately. +2 capacity middle floor is insanely good. We have a floor now for Divinity, basically. More Frostbite, also really good. A reroll might be better. In fact, I'm thinking about the +1 capacity, and I'm like, can I fit my Eel Gorgons on the same floor as Crucible Collector on the middle? We're gonna have... Okay, base capacity is... Why does it say 6? Oh, because we do have the Mind Jack. Base capacity is normally 5. On middle floor, it's 4. Add 3, that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could put 2 Eel Gorgons behind Crucible Collector and still have room for 1 morsel. Is that what we want? I could try to reroll for a large stone, but I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of like the idea of just having 2 Eel Gorgons just pumping out some damage. Like, purge Xylophyte, add another Eel Gorgon, copy it. Seems okay. I would love to reroll and find something else though. Like if we can get a quick, maybe we can keep Xylophyte. If we can get Endless, you put it on Titan Sentry. If you get Large Stone, maybe we'll put that on the Gorgon and then just let B be, basically. But I think we do want to reroll. Multi-strike as is, though, is kind of bad. Because I might remove Xylophyte. And her attacking once is good enough. So we got Large Stone. So or we could do this. Or we could do this. Or we could do this. I mean, you becoming a 30 damage unit, I think is fine. Titan Sentry at 140 health. He's not gonna live forever, but give him some lifesteal and he can live for quite some time. It's not endless. You know, I really like this idea. I'm just gonna put plus 10 on the Gorgon. 175. We need to take this to get up to 100. And I kinda, you know what? Sure. More Frostbite. Duplicate a card. Also scary. Dude, you know what? Maybe you just want 2 Titan Sentries. Or did we want to double up on the Eel Gorgon? I mean, 1 is fine, 2 is better. 115 pack shards. Would we prefer to have just another great tank that we can toss out on like the top floor? Yeah, but why on the top floor? Yeah, you know, that's a very good point. Is it Sap Seraph? Eel Gorgon's gonna get bodied hard by Sap. On the fight after this, it's gonna be a lot better though. I think we need more unit damage, so I'm gonna take it, but it's tempting not to, let's say. And you know what? Since I have the money, go ahead. I should have removed you, but I had other things to do. I'm very bad at removing things from my decks. I understand. I know we need to remove more cards, but also at the same time, I really like buffs. All right, that's a lot of damage. The idea, though, is that Titan Sentry can eventually heal himself. And we want him to be here, and I think we definitely want our Mega Floor to be here. So, you go out. You're taking 60 damage. I know. I don't like that you're taking 60 damage, but I know you're taking 60 damage. Kind of just your thing right now, isn't it? I think we give you 1 damage shield, and then I'm gonna give you the base garbage stats. And all we are looking for, I hate the stat, but what we're really looking for is a immortal trade on you. I don't think we're gonna get it, which means you might end up dying, but I can maybe kill these units with spells, so let's think about this. You have to get played. You have to get played. And you should really tank, well, here's the thing. If the champion attacks first, he can sweep kill the weak things. The Eel Gorgon is going to take its time hitting. But the Eel Gorgon has more health, and if the enemies have spikes, we prefer to weaken the enemies before Tethys has to attack him anyways, because he's gonna have a lot of multi-strike in theory. So I think we do that. We have room for 4 morsels on the floor until we get the other Eel Gorgon. I think you just wanna die. That is so many morsels. You want to have lifesteal. I think I like the idea of a morsel just tanking a hit. So what do we want next turn? Probably a little bit of energy. And then you should have a little bit more damage. Now, what should you have? Probably more HP. But again, I like the idea of a morsel just tanking a hit. So you're all dying. You're healing because you're getting armor from this guy. Whatever. You're taking 29. Whatever. You don't play a morsel on the top floor, so I guess you just do this and I guess we can save morsels, you know? Not the end of the world. Okay, that's a lot of damage. I don't know if I can keep you alive. Silo Fight can probably keep you alive, more so than anything though. Excavation Eruption's pretty good. By the way, Excavation Eruption, never found plus 10 magic power and piercing for it. Just saying. We can do this. We can do this. Now you're healing for 27. Imagine that. You should take more life. You can't take more lifesteal. You know what? That's okay. I don't know about that one. Well, you can take some stuff. I suppose maybe you want to hit you. You're almost dead. Tell you what, take more damage, that'll... You come in sapped. Okay, well, we'll play this then, and Please keep the lifesteal morsel. I could play morsels on the top floor. I don't want to play morsels on the top floor. We saved 2 morsels. Let's go. You're living. I can't believe it. You're not dying. I can believe that. Start here. We got a lot of energy back. Hand full. We should really be playing more spells, probably. Mind Collapse does 15 damage. If I play it here, I can get a kill. I could also play Antumbra to get a kill. Imagine that. You need more lifesteal. You can give us more energy, which I really like. Come here, We have too many cards in hand. We have too many morsels in hand. So do I really want to play Antumbra Assault? I mean, we're gonna get morsels. Next turn, we can also trigger Shadow Box, and I'm gonna try to do it productively. Because we have excess energy, I think I like the idea of killing you. You're all dying. Trying to find like the best morsels and then just keeping those ones, which I guess are the ones that we have in hand, but maybe we should try this and this. Yeah, we didn't really get better morsels, but you know what? We'll do this and this and this and dump this. We'll save these 2 morsels in our hand. We're 2 morsels from Shadow Box, which is a guarantee. I don't know what these morsels are doing, but you know, don't worry about them. We still want this to have holdover. It not killing anything is actually fine. Do we want Ember Drain? I think we do, because what we're gonna do, very wounded, but that's actually okay. What we're gonna do is double up on energy morsels so that next turn we have enough energy to counteract this. Blazing Bolts can, I mean, this is actually not a bad time for it. It's decent damage. You have a bunch of spell weakness. Days here, very good. Your lifesteal is building up quite nicely. Do we want to discard everything? I don't think we do. I think we want to eventually just start playing these damn morsels in our hand, but I know that's actually kind of a hard thing to do. Hand full. Our hand's getting mighty full, isn't it? I don't even know how much damage you're gonna do. It's probably a lot. Let's give you more damage. Let's wipe you. Oh, hey, look, it's more morsels. Dump this, dump this. I guess we're gonna keep these cards. Hand's getting mighty thick. You know what? No, we gotta play more morsels. Let's give you energy. So next turn, we're basically at neutral energy. And then we can give you this, and we can give nothing to anyone. That's fine. I have to sneeze. All right, we're 1 turn away, and we have Crit Builder in hand. We want to save this for this. We want to save Crit Builder for when Seraph has all the spell weakness, hopefully from our champion, and then we'll try to wipe him. We'll try to wipe him in one go. What I will do is this. I didn't get a kill? Well, you know what? Not everything can succeed. Maybe we want to get rid of it right now. What's our draw pile look like? Blazing Bolts. You know what? I bet you we can make Blazing Bolts retain. And I think we should probably play Frenzied Swarm here, just to give you a little bit of a time off. You're gonna be doing a lot of damage up here, but whatever, we'll heal it back. You're not gonna kill him, are you? 60, 70 damage? No, we'll heal up to full too, and you should all die. Maybe? I mean, I do like that you're all frostbitten twice shy. We'll be fine, I'm sure. So, Yeah, give me more energy. You can take this. You can take this. You know, I can just daze you next turn. I don't have to daze these guys now because they're all dying, which I like. It's kind of the whole point of the shark. And we did get 2 lifesteal morsels, which is really good. You're doing 48 damage. It's actually not that bad. Can't believe that didn't work. That worked. Taking 198. Should maybe have played the book, but that's okay. We're gonna daze you, which buys you a turn to heal. We're gonna give you lifesteal. Things are gonna change in a moment. We have too many morsels in hand. Only doing 48 damage? Dude, give me the extra energy next turn. I think we dumped the book finally. We should have dumped it a long time ago. And if we have no more place for morsels or anything else, daze them. We take in 1,000! Yes! Getting our health back, and then just surviving long enough to apply a lot of frostbite and just live for a long time. Even if you're not applying the frostbite, you're living. It's 200 frostbite, you are absolutely dead. Don't even pretend for a gosh darn moment that you are not dying. Because you are dying. I know you are dying. You wanna know how I know you're dying? Because you're freaking dying. And then there's an extra, 300 damage just from Gorgons. That's not that much, but the frostbite stacked up nicely. Okay, so now it's Divinity. We're basically gonna play the same fight in the middle. And we're gonna hope for the best. Shadowbox is going to save us in about 4 turns, because we play a lot of morsels, at least 3 per turn. You don't really bother me that much. This is a fine turn because we know what we're drawing next turn, and what we're drawing next turn is enough tanks. Well, it's our only tanks, so, I will say, not having the energy to play both Eel Gorgons is actually very distressing, and I just realized that. But I actually think that's totally fine, because even if we don't have the energy to play both of them, we have the energy to play one, and this just means double morsels. So you need lifesteal. Take energy. It got frozen! Didn't even think about that, but that's a very good thing. You're taking 44. You are healing, so the fact that you're still taking that much damage is upsetting. I think Icy Silophyte at the bottom is pretty good because it'll keep you going. Crucible Collector should be able to sustain himself on the next turn. If we don't need to play Eel Gorgon, let's not, because we can play more morsels. That's my thinking. You gain more damage, I don't really mind that. I hate the spell shield, dude. It is like the most annoying thing in the world. So I do think we want damage, because a morsel that does damage down here is just gonna die. This gives you more lifesteal. I think we do want a Silophyte to tank. $55. Hate the spikes. It's tricky because a Silophyte in the front takes 3 shots, so 7, 25, 25. Gets hit for 12, dies, 2 rollover damage, hits the Titan Sentry, and then the Titan Sentry doesn't kill the Lightwing, so it's gonna move up and do 50 up here. Which is very scary. I could just put 2 morsels in front here though, and then that stops 32 damage. Is it enough to kill you? It's not, because you only get hit twice. Basically, we get Frostbite 5 thanks to the relics. I'm trying to figure out how to kill you. When we hit you from spikes, we will take some damage, which provides another Frostbite 5. So 2 morsels in front does kill you because we get hit once, twice, 3 times for 15 Frostbite, and then you die. So I think that's the play. Any questions? I think we might as well. I didn't think that we would get morsels. Just gonna call it. Didn't think we would get the morsels. I think we want to save Stylophyte as a damage shield, definitely, but you know what we can do? We can just play morsels on the top floor, and it helps to trigger our Relentless. But what I might actually do is maybe try to keep the morsels so that we can maybe save one. I was kind of hoping it would get frozen, because we have to kill a unit on this turn in order to get morsels back. It's actually kind of annoying to do. Crit buildering you is very helpful. We're taking a little bit of damage, but we're healing. The mortal trade down here is pretty good, but we're gonna have low energy. I'm trying to think if I could actually like kill a unit. I don't think we can. This floor is going okay. This might be a good opportunity to play an Eel Gorgon. Dude, I hate the spikes, but at least you're dying. If we play an Eel Gorgon, we can get more damage done, especially if I knock you back. You should die in that case. Then we just have to worry about this floor. I think we'll do it. I think we'll do this, this. I don't care if you make it to the pyre, even though you have spikes, that's fine. Antumbra Assault. I can't kill you. Kinda do want to give you lifesteal, even at the cost of energy. Trying to think what we can do with Antumbra. I guess I could play this at the end of the turn to kill you and save us a bunch of damage, at least 20. Yeah, 20. That's not bad. Playing it up here would maybe kill you, but you know, you're gonna have 25 Frostbite, you hit the pyre 3 times, I don't care. So I think what we'll do is Shade Split here. It does more damage to you as well, don't forget about that. You having damage shield is really nice, so I think we will... I think we'll do it like this. Didn't really want this because of the spikes, but if I play you here, you won't hit the spikes. We're gonna have an energy deficit next turn. Excavation Eruption, it's so hard to get a kill off of the spell shield on these particular enemies. You guys might end up hitting the pyre. I'm gonna have to do a lot of incanting up here. I hate your spikes, dude. I hate your spikes. I don't think I can do anything about it. But you're dying! That's actually beautiful. Okay, in that case, take some damage. Go ahead and take an Immortal Trade. I think it is helpful enough. I think you want to take a damage shield. I think if we play you, we're getting closer to Shadowbox, but also it's going to retain anyways. I think this saves 20 damage. Okay, it didn't retain the morsel, but it gave us a new morsel. That's okay. You're barely taking any damage. Now our units are suffering up there due to the damn spikes. Can't play it. It's fine. We gotta be careful in case more spikes show up. Also, you have 600 HP. We gotta have like a Blazing Bolts kill you or something, or a Titan's Gratitude, so we gotta try to make sure these cards save. Energy on this turn would be okay. So what are we not gonna play? We're not gonna play a Mind Collapse, although playing it for free is an incant. So let's think about that for a second. What are we not gonna play? We're not gonna play an Excavation Eruption. Or Frozen Lance is probably better, because this is an okay enough spell to hold on to, I think. That kills you and gives us morsels, then we'd have 2 more. I like that you're healing. We need to incant several times. I do think a Blazing Bolt's Ear is pretty good, and we're gonna try to maybe hold this or this. So what I kinda like is this. This. More lifesteal. I think we want more energy next turn. We're gonna also hold 2 cards. You know what? I'm a fool. We probably, you know what? No, we morsel Blitz next turn. So I'm gonna play 3 morsels. 1, 2, 3. Play this. We know we're saving these 2 cards. You're taking a lot of damage. Next turn, the 1 morsel will kill everything, and the next wave sucks. So to save morsel Blitz for the next wave, I think is smart. Yeah. This wave effing blows, actually. I think that's how I would phrase it. Effing blows. So why don't we, not that. Why don't we morsel Blitz? Make sure we have enough capacity in hand, though. This would have to hit you twice in order to kill you, which is frustrating, but we'll probably play it down here. I'm just thinking if we play a morsel, we're gonna get cards in hand. I think we'll play this. And then we'll play this. Okay. Then you're gonna have a lot of spells played on you. I think we'll definitely start here, just for the damage. Maybe even Frenzied Swarm, but I think we need to save Titan's Grasp. You know what? If I play like 3 spells, you're dead. So I think we do play Titan's Swarm. Frenzied Swarm. Sorry. So what do? I think we want you to have more damage. You having damage is also helpful for your lifesteal. You know what? Yeah. You can have damage for the lifesteal, you can have the HP. You can just get played. Then three incants. I mean, an incant is 60 damage. If we do another 180, you're dead. So we're building a super tank floor on the middle, and it's kind of working. We got another spike enemy coming up. Luckily, no sweeps have spawned, which is fantastic. Spell shield, spell shield, spell shield, spell shield. You gotta have piercing on your spells to make them actually worth anything, I'm realizing. Otherwise, they're trash. They're trashly. Suppose we could play it here for the hell of it. What I think we will do. Why are you all living? Why are you living? My armor 10? You're gaining so much armor and you're doing so much damage that I'm unable to kill you? That seems interesting. So how do we kill you? How do we keep our unit alive? Well, you're doing a lot of damage because you're a multi-striker. We could try this. As expected. I think, if anything, a Silophyte in the front is probably good enough. At least we're killing you. You know, sure, we're not killing the multi-striker back here. At least you're dying. We can't play any morsels over there and you're taking 21, but so be it. Let's give us more... Let's give us more energy. I think your stats are fine, and then let's just, I'd like to save the spell. So let's dump these. I like having a floor to dump morsels that doesn't give me Ember Drain. Okay, you have 44 HP. You're always just barely dying, huh? It has to hit you twice in order to get a refund, but we have so much energy we can make it work, probably. I don't care about the multi-strike up here. Whatever. They do a lot of damage, but if they hit the pyre, you know, at some point someone's gonna hit the pyre. Might as well be you, right? It's okay, we'll incant. At least we're killing the spiky unit quickly with the Eel Gorgon. Now you're a spiker. Oh my god, you're gonna murder me. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. So for now, why don't we just play Blazing Bolts? Killed you. A lifesteal morsel will die. A lifesteal morsel up here will live. So we're gonna probably play it up here. We do need to incant. Sorry. Only you are living. Might be able to kill you with a spell next turn. What do we want? Yeah. Boss is taking damage. Not as much as I would like. I actually think giving you health and damage shields are good. You just need damage. Morsels can't be in the front though, they can go in the back. Why don't you take a damage shield and HP. You know, I'm tempted to play the Titan's Gratitude because it will buff our damage by 60. But it's a good spell to play on this guy and he's only doing 7 damage, so I think we hold it. I don't know how we're gonna keep our Gorgons alive on the next turn though. Maybe we not let them die, but maybe we just let them, oh, we can't let our champion die. I'm gonna say maybe we just let them not hit this guy for much damage at all, and then they'll live. Dude, if I get an immortal trait, I can keep a Gorgon alive, but I still don't know how I'm gonna kill you. You're healing. This is actually a very weak wave. Next wave is a little annoying just with garbage units, but this is a pretty weak wave, so I'm happy about that. Taking 187. Champion. My champion. 3,000 damage. If our champion dies, how much damage do I have to do to kill the boss? I have to do... Let's assume we get 15 lifesteal, okay? At 15 lifesteal, we're doing about 160 damage. Let's say we buff your damage. 170. Per turn. We need to live for about 20 turns. Sorry, the 15 doesn't matter yet. Right now, Gorgon, Crucible Collector. 140 damage over, let's say 15, well, 140 damage, 4,000. We have to live for 22 turns maybe. Every time we incant, it goes down. So we're currently not winning, is what I'm trying to say. We're currently not winning, but we're very close. Our champion dying sucks. The frostbite damage is really nice, but we can't stack it up on this guy anymore, unfortunately. And if I incant, we lose the Eel Gorgon in the back. But then this guy is gonna make it to the pyre taking, 15 damage a turn. Dude, I don't know. I can't really afford to lose my Eel Gorgons. If I draw Immortal Trade, I can keep this one alive. This one's gonna take a bunch of damage though. This is a terrible situation. I don't have draw, is the thing. So a crit builder on you next turn is 200 damage. You're gonna make it up with 200. You're gonna have 387 damage taken. You're gonna live at 200 HP doing 15 damage a turn. Good lord. It's terrible. And I'm still looking at it like, I don't know how to hit, I don't know what to do about this floor. Because you're dying, and I can't draw anything. You're gonna be able to do damage on Relentless too. Not much. You need more lifesteal, really. Sorry this is taking a moment, but like, this is a very important turn. I think we have to try to keep the Eel Gorgons alive. I think we have to accept that the champion's gonna die. We try to keep the Eel Gorgons alive. We see if we can survive Relentless Steel Slate here against our Pyre. This floor is not gonna hit the Pyre. This is the last enemy to hit the Pyre. You're gonna hit it for 7 damage. You're gonna hit it for 15 damage a turn, but you're gonna have a lot of Frostbite moving up too. You're gonna have 35 Frostbite, which is pretty good. So I think what we do is we wanna get a good morsel. Damage shield's not really what we're looking for. I actually think we wanna purge this and look for better morsels. Wish I could get Shadow Box again on this turn. We need Lifesteal won't work on you. Okay, so if Lifesteal will die here as well. Okay, so that's actually kind of annoying now that I think about it. But we can play other morsels. You can get played. You can get played. We can't play these ones. We can play this one, I suppose. It'll hit for 6 and then die. I'd like to save this one. So I actually think what we do is just play both of these and we're gonna save both of these cards at least. Which maybe means I can kill this guy moving up a floor. And you're a sweeper. So again, I can't really play the morsels I want. You're annoying. However, a Titan's Gratitude doesn't kill you, so let's not worry about that. Immortal Trade. We have to play Immortal Trade on Eel Gorgon, I think. Will Eel Gorgon die or will Eel Gorgon live? You know what? There's a better option. The option is let this Eel Gorgon tank the shots by incanting. Now you don't have spell weakness. Why? Because the champion died? Champion hit you though. I guess strike doesn't work when you die. If that's the case, I don't know if you're gonna heal. I really thought strike would apply the frostbite and the spell weakness before the champion died. That is obviously not how that worked. So I'm looking at this like I don't know if we're gonna live from this guy hitting the pyre. He's gonna take 50 damage a turn, but do 15. I think we have to play this in order to stop him. We gotta deal with these floors too, but we have an Immortal Trade. I think we have to play this. Like, have to, or we die. Can I get an energy refund? I only do 12 damage, I cannot get an energy refund. Here's the thing, at 50 damage, you're gonna hit at 300 HP, you're gonna hit my pyre 6 times. I'm gonna go down to 90 health. But you won't kill me. You won't kill me. So we have to do this. You've got some good metal there. I hate your damn shields. We need to incant down here until you die. Thanks to the first Eel Gorgon, the second one will live, and then Immortal Trade down here actually is pretty good against Relentless. If that doesn't work, we can Immortal Trade you and try to keep you alive. But Lifesteal Morsels won't cut it. Morsels down here, you know what? This one will work. So we can play that. I mean, okay, so we play this. You're taking 6, we play this. You're living. Now you sweep, which means you're still gonna kill my Eel Gorgon next turn, unless I play this here to kill you now. So we have to play Titan's Gratitude here to stop you from killing my Eel Gorgon. You're gonna hit me with sap, but it doesn't matter because we have enough lifesteal. Lifesteal morsels will fit now, and they won't die. You can get played here. You're not gonna kill my pyre, hilariously enough. As for Immortal Trade, we'll just hold it and play it next turn. Same thing with this morsel. However, we do have to play this. So you know what, I think I'm wrong. I think we play Immortal Trade on you to keep you going. No, we probably play Immortal Trade on you. We need to hit that 15 lifesteal. You know what? No. Play this next turn to kill you, because you're gonna die. I think I figured it out. So what do we play now? Actually nothing. By the way, fingers crossed, right? But I think we'll live. Math. By the way, Morsel Blitz actually doing a lot of heavy lifting on this run. Who knew? Okay, you're sweep killing that unit. I understand, we're gonna get around that. What do we play first? We're gonna double up on lifesteal morsels. It's gonna look bad until I play Titan's Gratitude killing this front enemy unit. Until I do that, this floor is gonna look like ass. You're taking 94 damage. I could also play this and try to get a kill. Let's draw, well no, I think we should. Because now we can draw, discard, crit builder, which is still free in cants. Whew. Play this. Play these. Play this. Why don't you take some morsels and why don't you take one of these? Okay. I don't know if I deserve to win this one. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Good God. Shadowbox. Doing what it needed to do. Oh, from floor 4, once we got both of these morsel summoning relics. Oh my God. Pyre lived with 7 HP because that guy got through. Dude, I hate my champion. I hate Stygian Card's champion. It just doesn't have enough health at all. Healing done new record. That's kind of absurd. It's just not strong enough. It dies in one sweep sometimes, depending on the enemy that you're fighting. I will say, we had only one damage shield card show up, and I decided not to take it because it was Gem Trove. If we had any other damage shield card, you can put it on your champion much more easily. Otherwise, you're just waiting for your champion to gorge, which is actually kind of hard to do because they really can't be in front. So I am incredibly surprised that that worked. What was this run? Titan Sentry, thank God that you exist. Crucible Collector Smallstone, thank God we got that Smallstone upgrade. Basically, if we failed, if we didn't get one item on this run, we would have died. If we had gotten one less of anything, we would have lost. Now, could we have built a better run? Absolutely. Could we have upgraded a unit before we did nothing with the duplication event? Oh, absolutely. But I don't really think anything showed up that was worthy of an upgrade. But every time I get that duplication event and I can't do anything about it, I'm so just like saddened at the world. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train. Choo choo.